I'm gonna tell you, put everything you can into her banner, and here's why. Not to mention this skin is free. Little exclamation mark. She does that twice first turn. So if there's a bunch of clustered up enemies, bye, that was a stage. Stupid OP. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Showtime Doctor. I wanted to finally put out my preview video for Girls Frontline 2. Excellent game. I've had a lot of fun with it so far. Graphics are pretty amazing. As you can see, the cinematics are pretty cool. This is the intro screen. Game has a lot of bullet mechanics, explosions, there's an elemental system. There's even a little magic. So let's go ahead and get into it here. So first thing to know, you can make your own background. And you can pretty much choose whatever you want. So they have some pre-made backgrounds here. There's also a bunch of customizable little things that you can do, which I'll show you in a bit once we get to the little side game. But you could choose one of these. You could choose some of the action scenes that come up later. And then this is basically like the social screen going on here. So like I said, you could take whatever girl you fancy. They have a bunch of different situations that they'll be in. You can interact with them however you want. And of course, it's not just limited to one lady. So if I want to, there's a way that you can zoom in, zoom out, move around, do whatever you fancy, and you can literally make anything you want the home screen for you. You just have to kind of get to the pose you want and go ahead and make it. They got fully customizable outfits, so if I had more outfits, I'd be able to show you that. And there's a level up system here too, so once you start leveling them up, these are gifts you can give them. That's the level right there. And the higher up you get, the more little passive bonuses and little stories. The characters have like dossiers and journals, so you can actually go through and read them if you wish to, so it's pretty fun. And like I said, you can go to any lady you want, so let me go ahead, I'll find Cat Girl. I'm not even a Cat Girl person, but I actually think she's kind of cool. Like I said, you could take the poses wherever. This is... So anyways, that's pretty fun. It's nice that they allow you to customize. Now, there's a bunch of different UI stuff in this game that's rather interesting. You can choose to go to this screen, and it kind of gives you a layout of the base. All these down below are the various dungeons you can go to. Your mail's up here. Some of the quests and event stuff's right over here. And then all the announcement stuff's over here. Or you could just straight up do it if you know the menu. So, first menu up here is the... basically where all the dungeons are. This is hard mode right here. There's a hard mode. Over here is the base mode. As far as I've seen, there's only 8 worlds. So I've completed pretty much everything there. Then you come over here, you're going to reach the events. You see I've 100%ed both of them. But they work pretty similar to the way if you play most gacha games, you got your 3-star system. They have little bonuses they're going to have down here when you get there. And there's like little cinematics and stuff that they want you to watch. The cinematics in this game are actually really good. In fact, let me go ahead. I'll go to regular world and show you one I really like. And don't worry, not spoiler or anything. This one's just a whole lot of action.
大丈夫？ええ、平気。あんたたちが来たってことは指揮官も無事なのね。もしもし、指揮官？もしもし？
ブブー、ダメみたいですね。
混濁した叫び、燃焼、死してなおに。
So you get a flavor of it, right?
ネメシスが敵がまだ残ってるって。総員警戒。
ありゃりゃ。
Alright. Getting towards the end, there was a little slight thing there I'm not going to spoil for you. Stamina system, 240. And this is actually kind of cool because say you want to add additional stamina, it stores it over here, which is pretty cool. These little things, they restore 60. And you got the option here if you want to use the pay currency. A whole lot of refreshes if you really want to, so if you really want to jump out once this game starts, you can go ahead and do that with this currency. These are the farming dungeons. So from left to right, this is experience for the character, weapon experience. These are a bunch of modifications and stuff I'll show you in a bit. This is money over here. Oh, actually, my bad. These are the modifications. So the cool part about the modifications is, check this out. By the way, there is, once you finish the stage, there's a full auto system here. You get to choose what your set bonus is. So you can actually choose what it is you want to farm. So in this case, this is fire set. There's sets with the accessories in this. So like muzzle, scope, that type of stuff for your weapons. 20% more fire damage, ice damage, poison, thunder, etc. So, and there's different, one for the scope, one for the muzzle, one for the grip, etc. And you can do that with all of these, which is really cool. So there's no more the way it is in sort of Convallaria where you want a particular thing, but it won't give it to you because it's not that day or whatever. You can always come over here and farm whatever you want, whatever set bonus, etc. And the stuff that you don't want, you can feed it into those and level them up. So it's pretty awesome. And then this one is, there's a point to where, like a passive tree, where your characters get to where you need to basically promote them. This is the material you use for that. And this one on the left over here is account experience, which of course you're going to be using to raise the level of your actual account in the game. Max level is 60. And right now I think I'm at 42, so. And then these are all the various other dungeons. This is the only one I haven't unlocked. It says it's like a chess mode, so it's got to be some type of tactical. Not sure exactly, but maybe it's more like a rock, paper, scissors thing. But I'll go one by one. This is like an unlocking mode to where there's level limits and you got to kill a certain amount of dudes in a certain amount of time to get the bonuses. And it gives out some really rare material that you can't get all the time. It's only reset once, and I played this for about 3 weeks, so maybe it's like a 2-week reset. Over here, this is like capture the flag kind of thing. So it's always spawning enemies, and pretty much you have to hold certain positions. And the enemy's trying to hold certain positions as well, so that gets to be pretty fun, but it's pretty long. And then this one over here is actually the PvP. Let's go ahead and do the PvP. This is bonuses right here. So you get a little bonus loot for it. I'll go ahead and do a PvP match for you just to show you. Okay, so this is the PvP stage. You can start in any of these squares that you wish. And then there is also this side, which is where they will start. You can see their positions. Pretty good positions there. So since they're right there, my team's there pretty standard. There is a timer. If you take too long, it's just going to auto start. So you really got to know what you're doing. Don't just come to the screen. Let's go ahead and begin. So a brief explanation of the characters before I get into the character screen later. This is my Pyro. She blows things up. It's great. This is my sniper unit. They're both legendary. This is Miss All Around. She's a 4-star, but she's, in my opinion, invaluable for being a defender and lessening the damage for your team. This is my top DPS unit. I think it's like Queen Ju is her name. The cool thing about her, aside from her damage, is she has this ability that pretty much makes it so that there's more collaborated effects. Basically, if someone attacks one of the units and other people are there, they'll counter. And if someone attacks another unit, they'll follow up. So if you played XCOM, you kind of know how that works out, right? So what I like to do in PvP, by the way, there's full auto mode, 3 times speed. You don't have to pay anything to unlock it. I like to come up and do her buff. So like I said, that buff adds a lot of teamwork and a little bit of attack. Miss All Around here, I like to have her come up and do her defensive buff. And then the sniper, she can actually do a attack buff for everybody. And then after that, I could literally just hit auto and we should be fine now, but I'll go ahead and show you guys. This is the big boom spell. See that range? It's also going to affect your team, so you got to be careful with it. The fire dot's going to be all over the place. And here we go. And she has a follow-up after this, too. It just debuffed them. That's one of her abilities. So if you have like the 20% bonus fire damage, she's going to go ahead and do that. She's out of range of everybody, so just go ahead and call it. The way character abilities work, when you show you after this turn. So the way character abilities work, this is your basic attack. These are 3 abilities. And then there's a passive at the end of it. You can level all of them. Levels for skills come with dupes. And there's also modifications you can make through the passive tree. So let me go ahead, see what Auto can do this round just for fun. Yeah, her auto's kind of questionable. She likes to do her buff twice, which is good. But it also makes it so that the first 2 rounds of combat, she's basically not doing much. There's my ice caster there. Yeah, she's cool, man. She's cool. There's only a couple characters in the game that can follow up on spells. Most people follow up on physical attacks. And there's your big win. There is a ranking system in PvP. I'm in first right now. You level this up, you go a little bit higher, and then at the end of the week, you get higher rewards based on where you are. As far as I can tell, it's just a ranking system. It's not like, oh, you push someone else out, but it could be something I'm missing. Not gonna say that it's 100%. There's up to 3 of those tries a day. Alright, and then the rest of the stuff over here, this is a boss battle. This is actually pretty hard, and there is a hard mode as well. This is the base boss. Once you unlock the hard mode at 50, you can choose whichever one you want to fight, and they all have different things to farm off them. This is a weekly reset, and it's also in the quest bonuses. So that's pretty good. And there's a lot of currency shops in this game. So in this particular case, you beat the boss, it gives you currency. These are like character tokens, I believe, for a certain character. This is summon tickets. This is something you use in the passive tree. Money, a gift you can give to the ladies. And these are all like various random stuff that you can possibly get. Like a specialization box is the best way to say it. And then you come over here. This is actually where you farm a lot of the upgrade mats for your passive tree. And the cool part about this too is this game has conversion. So you can convert like higher level into lower level, etc. Lower level into higher level. So that gives you an advantage on farming as well. So let's go ahead. I'll go into the characters now. And the upgrade screen so y'all can see. After that, we'll hit gotcha rates. So I like this one better because it shows you the combat percentage, but you can choose to look at it this way. So here's the explanation. This is all the different characters you can choose. You can, if you want, run around, you give them sexy outfits, zoom in. Interact with different parts of their bodies. We all know the game, right? And then over here, the way it goes, on the top part of the screen, this tab takes you to the dupe screen. So you get dupes, you unlock them. These are certain skills that the characters have. The more dupes you have, up to 6, you keep unlocking. I got 4 on her, as you can see. You keep unlocking upgrades for the skills. So to max a character, you need 6 dupes. And it might sound kind of daunting, but to be perfectly honest, it's not that bad, to be honest, with the currency that they give you. Now, this is the passive tree I keep telling you about. So when you start off, you're here. This is like health, attack, etc., defense. These are little nodes I'll show you later that you unlock. You keep coming over here, and then eventually you got to have more of that currency from that dungeon that I was telling you about. And once you click on something you need, like I said, the conversions right here, as well as if you want to farm it, you hit that button, it'll take you right to wherever it is. So good stuff there. And the UI reminds me a lot of Arknights, and someone pointed out in my last video that's because the Arknights creator or lead designer was actually on Girls Frontline 1, which I never played, so I have a lot of stuff that's very similar there. So, and then this over here, this is your character's base level, all their stats right here: attack, health, defense, critical damage, I believe that is. And there's an armor shred in this game, so the more you hit something, this will turn to 12 armor, to 9 armor, to 4 armor. When it's at 0 armor, they're broken for a round, and you gotta DPS them. All the skills are right here. This is the thing I told you about where you unlock different things in the passive tree. And these are like skill modifications, so you can choose to install certain ones. These ones are character specific. These ones are global, so you can put them on anybody. And I haven't seen what the center thing is yet, but I'm sure it'll unlock later. Probably more of like a character defining thing. This is your weapon. So your weapon, whole lot of stuff you can do here. They have like customization. So you can take a model from whatever you get, there's different ones you unlock, and put it on this gun. So you can basically have the characters use whatever they want. Looks-wise, whatever strikes your fancy. So that's pretty cool. And you can do that with all the accessories as well. So if you got like a certain accessory you want to see, that's there for you. They got some goofy accessories too, which is pretty funny. This is where you change the weapons out. And then over here is you can dupe the weapon, so this will unlock extra little stab bonuses and stuff. And then there's also the level up function, which is right here. You can also choose to just straight here just give the weapon to someone else, which is nice. Over here on this tab on the upper right is the modification screen, so it'll tell you like the set bonuses and the stab bonuses. So I always know when I see the cross leg and the little house, this is attack. And then this is like life, defense, there's crit damage, various bonuses. The first one doesn't have any set bonuses, but then the rest of these do. You can see the set bonus here. Basically, it's telling you this is a 3 set. And if you get all 3 of the items, you see this one I only have 2 of 3. But if you get all 3, you unlock whatever the set bonus is. Each character has different things about them. Some you want like the elemental damage, some you want the defense, the physical damage. There's additional armor shred, there's all types of set bonuses, and like I said earlier, you can choose which one you want to farm, so that's really nice. And then also, if, let's say you get something you really like, right? Like they have all types of weird wonky set bonuses. But if you get something you like, you can take some of these other ones that you don't like and feed it into it, and it'll increase the level and get you additional rolls on extra bonuses and stuff. This is where you would feed it right here. Costs money. And that's pretty much weapons right there. Pretty much most of the character screen. Also, they got outfits you can preview. So this one they gave us for free, which was cool. They give out lots of outfits for free. You just unlock them by doing various skill missions. You see they got quite the variety here. far as stuff. Chinese dress height. So that's pretty much the character system in a nutshell. Let me see. When you upgrade them, we'll get Cat Lady. Usually I'm not in the Cat Ladies, but she's pretty stacked. Plus she has a freaking chain gun, so... I gotta admit, this is one I'm making an exception on. Animations in this game are beautiful. Well, she seemed kind of happy there, huh? We were here earlier. This is where you do the social stuff. This is also the passive farm screen. So passive farm affects a lot of things. There's bonuses that give you this currency, right? You see this on the right. And you can go ahead. This is complete. And you can quit, just straight quit, or you can recycle everything. And this is all the stuff it farms for you. On like a 20-hour timer. So... And this screen is actually really important, so just to know, these are different characters. It'll show you different interactions you can do with them and get bonus stuff. Some of it's like, you know, fight with the character, level the character up, go on a social outing with the character, that type of thing. And then over here is like the passive farm for your account. I can just straight up take it. Choose to produce it. You can also produce whatever you want here. So cash, experience, weapon experience. I happen to be low on weapon experience, so I'm producing that right now. Take it whenever you want. There's also a max cap. This is where you can actually take your currency and exchange it for these coins. So there's never, like, let's say you're all caught up on character experience or whatever it is, weapon experience. You can just take a butt ton of it and convert it to these coins. And then the coin has its own little production shop over here, so you can just choose. And it gives you a bunch of different currencies for stuff that you need to grow your account, which is pretty awesome. And then eventually, this is the little leveling system over here. Once you have enough points, you can level these two things up. They're two separate things. One of them is the amount of drops you get, right? So right here, this is like weapon experience, gold, etc. And over here is stats. So attack damage, health, defense. So it incentivizes you to actually upgrade the characters and do the passive farm. Level up the passive stats of your characters and your farming at the same time. So that's a really cool thing. I like that. I remember Arknights having a similar thing. So this is a very important screen, to be perfectly honest. So here's the shop. It gives you a free thing every day. Kind of random. That's actually a really good one. We'll get to the summon screen next. But your shop is basically... you know, you got your little outfits over here. So this is where you can preview the items. I don't think I even have this character, but... That's kind of fun. And then they have a good amount of them too, so... I'll show you this character later. This character is OP as hell. And then over here you got like weapons, summon currency, your various farming stuff. Different customizes. These are actually just customizes. It's not even the weapon as far as I could tell. And then you got like, you know, your monthly pass. So there's an upgraded version. And then this is summon tokens. All the various shop stuff. And there is like a little shop. This is like the normal currency. So pay currency. You can choose to convert, and you can also come over here with stuff you farm that's like reputation. You see I've already bought out both summon currencies, but if you're short on some, you can come over here and buy it. There's another currency with like dupes. Come over here and do the same thing, so. Many of these I got. And then this is the pay currency, so you see the rates are very standard, what I've seen across all gachas. 64.80 down to plus 60. That type of thing, one-time bonus. Alright, let's go to summon banners. So yeah, I got both of these characters. This is Miss Pyro. And I got this character too. I'm still trying to find a good use for her, but she's very mobile. She has like a little whiplash thing. So what I'm thinking with her is, she's kind of like if you played Sword of Convallaria Nono will. She can get in a real dangerous spot and then instantly get out of it, which is kind of cool. Now on the banners, the summon rate is for characters. It's a 50-50 if you actually get a legendary roll. But the rolls themselves are 1.89. There are weapons on this too, so 13% for rares and rare weapons. And then all the rest over here is 85%. Now, the characters' featured weapons also appear with them all the time. And these ones have a bit of a different rate. It is, I believe, 2.1, also 75% when you get a legendary roll. 2.18. These guns, they have like bonuses, like straight flat bonuses on top of all the additional stuff. This is basically telling you 10% bonus to attack, all types of extra stuff there. And as far as I've seen, you don't have to roll on the weapons because there are ways to get them with passive farm. But of course, you're always welcome to if you really want to roll on them. Pity in this game, soft pity is 80 pulls. You can see down here 78 for this. A weapon I rolled on a couple times just to mess with it, so I could technically get a good weapon roll in 30 if I really want to. And that is soft pity. I don't think there is a hard pity from what I've seen. I've gotten really lucky every soft pity I've rolled, whatever character's on the banner. And this is a basic banner, but if you notice, the currency for the basic banner is different from the currency for select banners, so there's always a reason to roll on the basic banner, because you can't use these tickets for anything else. Now, just for posterity, we'll do some rolls here, even though normally I wouldn't roll, but, you know, this is an account I'm not going to be playing once the December 3rd launch hits. Oh, and then also I should say, this is a choose banner, so you can literally choose what you want to go for. All three of these characters I've gotten, I've chosen. So, except her, I got her from the noob banner. But you can choose that. You can also come over here and choose various weapons if you want to get a weapon. And as far as I've seen it, it doesn't rotate, but possibly, I've only played 3 weeks, so possibly it does at some point. So I just chose my character there. If you roll this much, this is a selector, I believe. So that's kind of cool. Let's go ahead and roll it. Show you the summon animation. If the girl throws up the peace sign, you got a guaranteed legendary. She didn't. Let's see what we get. And you're guaranteed to get at least a rare something off a 10 pull. There you go. I think this is only 9 too. Miss Swords. She's cool. She can like warp around. Little dupe points we got. And then this is some of that currency I showed you earlier. You can go spend it. Get the summon tokens, etc. So we're a little bit closer now, but no cigar. Alright, so let's go do a couple dungeons. little bit out there. You get about 5 tries a week, so you really got to like be on your game. My characters aren't as leveled as they can be, but that would take too much time to go and do. So let's see here. Am I cool with this team? I think so. I took the Pyro one time, but her fire damage doesn't seem to do a ton against this boss. And now I'll show you guys the rules of combat. So yeah, you select where you want your characters to go, and you really got to have them use cover. So let's go ahead. Okay, so the mechanic on this boss is every couple turns these things spawn, and they're not targetable as far as like basic attacks and stuff. So what I'm gonna do, let's see, who do I want where? Usually this is the healer. I take her and then I start flooding her down over here to help cover. So what I'm gonna do this time, put her up here, do the defense buff. In fact, let's go ahead. We'll get all the buffs up first turn. I don't know if this actually works. Let me see if it does. It doesn't. Okay. So basically, at some point, I think it's at the end of this round or next round, the boss is going to kill both of these and get a big attack boost and an extra turn. And the only way I figured out to destroy them is there's ads that explode. So you can kind of use those to damage it. But it doesn't always work. So let's go ahead. We'll do a basic attack here. And we just got to start shredding the boss's defense. See a little follow-up mechanic I told you about. There's your counters. First couple rounds, it's real easy to DPS this boss, but as he gets buffer, yeah, it really sucks. If any of your characters get the 0 defense and he hits you with that second explosion, it basically almost one-shots most characters. So I gotta be real careful with the healer now, because he's keyed up on her. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go over here, do the buff again. I may decide to distract. Real quick, I'll go over the UI. This is, you can take your turns back, much like in Sword of Convallaria. So you can choose to go back rounds, certain character turns, etc. And pretty much do that if you want to. Let's see. So usually what you want to do for DPSing them down, you want to take your weakest characters and attack so that the follow-up attacks, they start breaking the character's armor down. So in this case, I'm trying to get her down closer to being over there. She has a heal that's also an attack. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then with each follow-up attack, they're slowly shredding the armor. This one's really good for getting armor. The cool part about my healer is, before she attacks, she puts up a debuff. So it could be attack down, it could be defense down, whatever it turns into. And you usually want to save whatever your high DPS skills are for when, after you've broken their armor. Because you really got to maximize damage at that point. There's this little AoE. Okay, so there's the explosion thing. So ideally, I would be able to take Miss Defense, hide behind this for a turn, but I think I'm a bit out of range. So I don't know if that'll work, but Whatever, we'll deal with it. What I want to do, though, this character's on 0, as you see, so I need to get her the hell out of range if I can. But real quick, let's go ahead and start DPS. This is her highest single target deeps. And then this lady, she has ice magic. Since it's the turn down, I want to do DPS, though. But usually, in most cases, I'd want to do her buff. So I'm checking range here. It looks like this dude can attack me no matter what I do. So what I'm going to try to do instead is, I'm going to go ahead and heal myself. And that's going to give me a little bit more armor, you can see. So that she can't easily get one shot. And I'm going to take this lady. I'm going to see if she's able to survive this. I'm not honestly sure she can, but we'll see. She is my highest defensive unit. Next round's going to be a buff round for him and me. Dang, that wasn't close enough. Oh boy. I probably got to redo this. Oh no, he went after the healer. Okay. Extra turn. So now she's broken. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna run her back behind cover, do the defensive buff. You really gotta manage your defense in this game. You see how quickly it can go away. And I'm gonna go ahead, heal her up the same way I healed the healer up. So that one defense is going to save her butt because the boss can't get a double attack until those things come back. So what we're going to do now, we're going to focus on shredding and also getting away from these explosive guys as much as we can. Also buffing, we got a buff. Cover can be destroyed, so you do have to watch that. Also, you got to watch like AoE. He could technically hit both people if he gets an AoE off. If I stood right there. Go ahead, put the buffs up. Just hope she makes it out of this round. Yeah, that's fine. Oh. So you see the counters are just shredding his armor. So that's why this character is actually rated top tier, because she causes all those extra attacks, whether it's defensive or offensive. And then we go to the point where this dude has 1 armor when I think he had like 18 or 20 earlier. So now I can roll over here, go ahead and hit this dude with the healing attack. And we can simultaneously break his armor. I'll just keep her here. We can simultaneously heal and break this dude's armor at the same time. And now it's on. I think we can kill him. And we really gotta kill this dude. The cat can actually follow up spells, which is pretty cool. You see, he's hard to execute, so I'm gonna go ahead and put up all the counter, actually. Let's see what this does to him. Nah, okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and put up the attack bonus so we can shred him again. Or, excuse me, the follow-up attack buff. That's fine. We gotta survive one more round of this dude hulking up. He might get one person. Yeah. Okay, we got lucky there. So what's he at? He's still at 0. So that's pretty cool. I'd like to get my healer over there, so I'm probably just do that. Unbreak her. Let's get to destroying this kit. I'm not gonna do any more defensive buffs, just because we got a certain round limit, 8 rounds, so we only got 2 more to go. So I'll go ahead and put her over here and just tempt fate. We're close, and we gotta shred this dude. Dang, dude, I'm so close. We get the big counter kill, nice. So there you have it. That wasn't automatic. Oh yeah, there is one more thing I wanted to show you guys. I'll do that. It'll be fast. I'll show you who I consider to be the top tier character right now. So okay, here's her friend units. This character right here, I gotta figure out if she's on the initial roll. She is so OP, it's ridiculous. Like, I almost don't have to do anything. Oh, this is a boss stage, isn't it? I don't know if she'd be good to show on a boss stage, but we could try it. Okay, so... See, am I cool with everyone else? I think I'm okay. Cat Lady's gonna be here. Sniper. Pyro. I don't have Miss Defense. I don't have the healer, but I pretty much don't need them. Watch. Just watch. I'm gonna auto. Just watch how stupid this is. And now, look at the AoE range that this lady has. If there's like 8 units there, she kills them all. Like, it's crazy, and she can do that opening round twice. And when it's on cooldown, she can do like a big grenade that still does a ton of damage. It's crazy. Crazy. Oh, crap. Hold on. This is the one time I have to actually micro. We cannot stand in that. We stand in that, we're dead. Cat Lady has a lot of poison going on, which is pretty cool. Here's the big grenade. The poison killed her. Excellent. She's top tier. I'm gonna recommend her for reroll if she's there initially, and if she's not, I'm gonna tell you, put everything you can into her banner, and here's why. Not to mention this skin is free. Little exclamation mark. She does that twice first turn. So if there's a bunch of clustered up enemies, bye, that was a stage. Stupid OP. Alright, so I hope you all have enjoyed this. Girls Frontline, it's coming out December 3rd. I'm anticipating it. I'm playing it on the Chinese servers just to be able to tell you guys good information when it does come out on global. So once again, as the commenter pointed out last time, I humbly ask that you consume me. At least as far as content goes for this game. I hope you all enjoyed that, so let me know how you feel. I never played Girls Frontline 1, but I'm getting into the series now. I think the universe is actually pretty cool. Me and 16-Bit Bear are going to do a Persona 5X video, as well as talk about this game a little bit and preview what we like about that game. That game looks nice. I haven't had that much fun with a gacha game for a long time. It's basically like playing Persona 5, but we'll get into that another time. So, yo, I'm Showtime Doctor, Showtime DR. You found my YouTube. Hit like and subscribe for the content. Good to see you all today. Take care.